Kristen, Sarah, Eli, and Jacob. Yay. Who wants to go first?
Okay, so I'm Jacob, and my general summary was the narrator kept saying how the house was like it was large and it was nice, and then I had a question about it, and she brought up the point that there are like weird drawings on the walls and all that. And I asked, do they live in an old school? And then at one point, she's writing in her journal when John starts to come in, and she says she has to stop or else something bad will happen.
Along with what you said about weird things in the house, there's also like rings in the bedroom. Like she says, I don't know where it is, but like she says that there's rings in the walls in her bedroom, and which I might think is like John is like restraining her to keep her resting.
Yeah.
I'm Sarah, and for the general summary, I said the narrator is trapped in this room with yellow walls and is trying to get better. And my question is, why is she afraid of John? Like whenever like she's writing in her journal and he comes around, she needs to stop and like put it away. Like why is that an issue?
I'm Eli, and I'm saying the general summary. My general summary was that her husband went on vacation, and they didn't have much money, and her husband is a doctor, and he's always making fun of her for her illness.
I don't think he's making fun of her. I just think he doesn't believe that there's anything wrong.
Yeah. Because he says in the text multiple times that there's nothing wrong with her physically, even though he's a physician that's not mental.
But I feel like she's mentally
Mentally.
ill, but like he just doesn't know it. Yeah.
I'm trying to find it.
Okay, so information about John. John is married to the narrator. He doesn't think his wife is sick, again, mentally. He doesn't know that she is sick, but then physically she is not. And then John tells her if she's angry. That was weird to me because you normally can tell when you're angry yourself. You're not normally told that you're angry by someone else.
Yeah, I said that he's kind of controlling in ways, but like sometimes he does it like he does it like secretly, but like it still shows that he's being like controlling over her and telling her like how to do the things that she does.
I found like the quote I was trying to find for how he like thinks about her illness on page 769. It says, John does not know how much I really suffer. He knows there is no reason to suffer, and that satisfies him.
Talking to my mother, I can't. My information about John was he's a doctor and he was mean.
Okay, our narrator's personal beliefs. She said early on in the text that she is not allowed to work, but she wants to work. Any opinion she tells John does the opposite. So if she wanted to live downstairs instead of living upstairs in the creepy room, she wanted to live downstairs where the porch was. And John did the exact opposite, going against her, saying that he thought it was bad that she would live down there and that she needed a view out the window. And then she was very tired after writing because she's mentally ill, because John abuses her mentally.
I said that she like doesn't agree with like the men's ideas and that like the whole idea about like working and stuff, like she wants to work, but like the society that they're in doesn't allow women to work, so she's kind of like going against the men's belief in a way.
Along with Sarah's, on page 766, she says that she says personally I disagree with their ideas when talking about how she's absolutely forbidden to work until she's well again. And that she personally believes in congenial work with excitement and change.
Yeah, she wants to work, but she can't because John won't let her, and they've told her, like you said on that page, that they say she can't work until she's well again, even though she wants to.
And again on 769, she says, I meant to be such a help to John, such a real rest and comfort, and here I am comparative burden already.
Okay, on marriage, John controls the marriage. He's very controlling, doesn't let her do just about anything she wants to. He tells her when she's mad, when she has to do this, when she has to do that. Like I said, he doesn't allow her to do anything she wants to, and he lies to her about her illness and saying that she's not ill, even though he may believe that she isn't. She is mentally.
I basically had the same thing. And that their marriage just like wasn't the best because of how controlling he is. It's not like a healthy relationship.
Yeah,
I also had that.
good input.
Yeah, I agree. Again on page 769, like she says, there comes John, I must put this away. He hates me to have to write a word because he's like forcing her to rest, and he'll get angry if she does.
In my opinion, it's not much of a marriage. More so like he controls her, like he owns her.
It's like Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, he doesn't. It's not like they're actually in love. He controls her entire life. Okay.
Victor victim.
I would say the victim is definitely the narrator, just because of like what John is doing to her mentally, and maybe that's why like she's like mentally ill because of John and their relationship.
Yeah, John tells her that he tells her when she's angry. He tells her when she's happy. Basically, like that's not.
He like controls her
That's
emotions.
not. Yeah, that's not healthy. She's definitely the victim halfway through the story, but and
It said that she had a 15 so seriously,
okay, is that it?
yeah, and you know, he's prescribing it, so, you know, prescribing people, she needs